Now, to expand on the bodily integrity damages, a clip of 27 seconds that I just uploaded with regard to the damages I'm experiencing and the issue of individuals thinking they have ownership of my body and think they're making a sitting duck and a guinea pig out of a out of a royal. I'm really concerned for women and children's rights and the interpretation of these individuals that don't have ownership with their bad practices of a human anatomy. It's been quite embarrassing for this community that they've had such bad spiritual practices and broken so many dangerous spiritual practices and their, the principles. So it's a very serious issue that I'm contending with. And in the meantime, I'm wondering what the relevant agencies and bodies are doing, sitting on their hands, sitting at the sidelines, having a bystander effect. And a nonchalant attitude with regard to such a sinister issue. The issues of individuals thinking that they have ownership of my body. And I'm a qualified educator and a humanitarian. I'm really concerned about these people that think they have control of a circumstance where they're disrespecting and damaging. So, as I've mentioned, there have been people exploiting my privacy and exploiting my creative and intellectual work, and they've also been exploiting the sacred family I originate from, namely the Fernands, and the treason that has been occurring. These people have been imposing poverty and have been obstructing the natural course of events and damaging society, trying to hold on to the poor grasp of reality that they obviously are displaying to the world, issues that they're causing me since 2006. So the first incident of bodily integrity was of further exploitation that set a few ingenious creative minds on the road to success, and in recent times again they have exploited from my personal experience with no first-hand experience of me, and they've also been basing their actions on very poor spiritual contracts that aren't actually acknowledged in any sacred context. So, as there's been treason in Tralee, County Kerry, Ireland, I'm really concerned about the individuals that are supporting these kind of con artists that are damaging my sacred royalty and my beautiful child that is a missing person. So these people of poor professional standards, poor spiritual practices have set a bad precedent for any positive progress in their creative endeavours, as has been witnessed. So they have obstructed communication with the relevant agencies and bodies, and the authorities have done absolutely very little since 2017. So I've been here on my own, documenting Sad Sign of the Times, and I'm smiling through it, and I'm so grateful to the Fellowship of Sanity and Sobriety, and I'm concerned about the level of insanity that I'm witnessing during COVID-19. So I hope there aren't any insolent individuals thinking that they are in a negotiative position about sacred royalty of Fernandes, namely any individuals that are already repeat offenders against my beautiful family that have been trespassing and thinking they're of land acquisition from my farm holdings. So it's been very dangerous in Tralee, County Kerry, what has happened, and there's been disrespect to my humanitarian work since 2018. I really have to reiterate the impact that my single-handed endeavours had on many and their own personal achievements, that they have disrespected really in many respects. So there's been a huge lack of professional respect and integrity and honesty, and those imposing poverty upon me that have been damaging so much. I'm really concerned about the level of IQ and EQ, as I've mentioned, and I'm worried about their communication ability and capacity. And I'm wondering, do they understand the impact of disrespecting a teacher, a spiritual teacher, a property owner, a mother, a wife? I'm wondering, do they understand? And I'm really concerned about their level of IQ and EQ. I'm really concerned, and I hope any social influencers throughout the world that might be looking at these, as I know that there have been obstructions, etc., etc. I really hope you're aware of how this is happening. It's absolutely deplorable.